Hey guys, I'm back, and today we'll be making an action RPG in Unreal Engine, probably the third or fourth episode. Quick note, I'm sorry for the wait for the episode. I was making my own project and got sidetracked. I also had some trouble with the climbing systems, so yeah. This is actually a project that I made, so anyway. This episode will be removing the motion warping system as it does not feel good, and we're also redoing the combat system, but not too much. So we're gonna hit play here pretty soon, and well, this is actually a project that I made just to test of what we're going to be kind of creating. So here. So there's an inventory system that we might be adding, but it's actually a paid asset, so it might not be as well. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much the attacking. It's more like Dark Souls than something like, I don't know, some sort of like Final Fantasy, something weird where you motion warp to the target. Anyway, we're not going to be doing that. The first thing we got to do is wait, no, we're not going to do this. Actually, I had to re-add the audio into this video because I forgot to add audio. So if it sounds kind of weird, I'm sorry, but it kind of had to be done. Also, I'm re-adding some audio. I mean, not audio. I'm re-adding some animations in from the assets, but we're also, I changed my mind, we're not going to do that. We're going to be going into the thing, and we're going to be deleting all these motion warping stuff that we added just for motion warping purposes, because we don't need half of this stuff. We don't even need the victim reference, because we don't, like, it doesn't matter. We shouldn't have to worry if our player is like close to the enemy, because we'll attack either way. So yeah. So we'll quickly connect that up for real this time. And we'll quickly, I think that's all. Just a second here. Yeah, I think that's all. That's just the is falling check, and we printed the string last time too. I haven't done this project in a while, so sorry. Yeah, that's all good. So we leave that there, and we're going to quickly, I think this episode we're going to be adding in the reaction animations and damage. So I think we'll just start doing that right now, and actually, no, quickly set that play rate to 1, and that's about it. So here, we're going to quickly play it to make sure that the attacking animations are working correctly. We're also going to be adding in some jump animations, I think, but I can't remember. So yeah, we're going to quickly check if this is completed, because if it's completed and it works the same as anim notify, we don't have to use the anim notifies. Actually, you know what? No, that works different. We don't need to change it to completed. Just leave it at notify again. So next, we're going to be adding. Sorry about that noise. Adding in the player damage events, I think. So we're gonna have to use no, we're removing the motion warping stuff. So we'll also be removing every single motion warping thing that's there, because we won't need them anymore. This will take a little bit. Yeah. So playing this again, we shouldn't get as many errors. We'll still be fixing some of them, but here. So let's go over here, and there. So I didn't set this part in the video, but by accident. But what we're supposed to do is set the speed by dotting the velocity of the character and the forward vector to set the speed. So we, just a second. We take the player reference, which is pretty much just casting to the player character and promoting to variable, and we get the velocity. And just take a screenshot pretty soon here if you can get to that point. Because we just get the player reference that we set in the begin play event, which we haven't done in the actual tutorial series yet, but we'll set it in the player reference, and we'll set the velocity, and we'll set the actor forward vector. I mean, no, we'll get that velocity and forward vector, and we'll dot those together, with the velocity being the top, and we'll set that to the speed. And for the side vector, which is obviously direction, because side is direction of it, right? So yeah, The side vector would be direction, which means that we just got to do the horizontal vector or whatever it's called. So we'll just quickly go back in here, and I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I think we're just resetting all this stuff to what it was before we added the motion warping. So just a second. What's going on? Okay, yeah. So we're going to be adding an anim notify state in the blueprint actor. But that's kind of, we got to do that from the blueprints, so we'll go back here. There. And we're going to have to add in the, no, I'm just going to quickly check the preview. It's the one that I made, I mean. Trying to find it here. It's in the AI, actually, I think. No, not that. No, yeah, that's the AI. Oops. Go to the this one here. Actually, you know what? You can't go to this one because you don't have this project. I might upload it eventually, but it's a very big file size, so I wouldn't suggest it. You open that one up. It's gonna take a little bit here. Here we go, and I'm just gonna quickly check what this is, because I'm checking my own project to make sure that I'm doing this right. So we're actually setting a timer by a function. So we're going to quickly go into the blueprints and create a blueprint class. Let's go to all classes. Make sure you go to all classes. And this is like the blueprint section. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but this is the blueprint section where we make our own actors and characters and stuff from the base classes even and stuff. So yeah. So if you're doing C++, you'd add the base class. Search up anim notify state and add it. So it's going to take a little bit here. Add it. And name it to ANS underscore player, what is it? Player do damage or something like that. Do damage player damage event, whatever. Or player damage. I think that's what I said it to. ANS player damage? I can't remember. Okay. So we set the name pretty soon here. The name we don't actually need to set, so you shouldn't have to do this. You can just skip through this part if you don't want to, I mean. But try to watch the video, because I do some very important things in here that I don't think you've seen in other tutorials, which I've actually made some parts myself. So this part I've actually designed myself. And we'll get the owner, and we'll cast to the RPG character, I think that's called. RPG player character? No, just RPG character. So also, we're going to set timer by function name, but I don't know if I remembered what this is called at the time. So, just a second. Yeah, I didn't remember. Set timer by function name. I'm an idiot. I forgot twice. So, oh no, that was just the return node. So you gotta make sure to check that return node there, or whatever it is, that output, to make sure. I don't know why that you have to do that, but you do. Go back into the RPG character and just copy most of the stuff, just about everything here, and except for the begin play. And you gotta add this to the input graph, which is a new graph that we're gonna be creating, other than the event graph. So yeah, I'm gonna make a new graph, called it input graph, and we're also going to be we're actually going to be making an attacking graph, but that's going to be a little bit too, and also an event begin play. So we'll add a new graph as well called, I can't remember which I'm doing here. Yeah, this is begin play. I can't see the screen too well, so what I'm doing on the when I'm voiceovering this, but you copy the I copied that to the event graph again by accident. So you copy that, and you cut it, and you put it into the input graph, which I forgot to do. Or no, the event play graph. And then you remove the event graph, the normal event graph, or you remove it from the normal event graph. So now I don't actually even know what we're doing in here. I don't think we're doing anything in there. Yeah, no, we're gonna copy, and we're gonna create a new event graph. I mean, we're gonna name it attacking, and we're also going to go back to this one, and we're gonna cut all that and paste into the attacking. so that we got the attack input back in the attacking, even though it's still technically an input graph action, it's also an attacking action. So since the child of that, or like a branch of that, we'll just put it onto the attacking, because attacking is a type of input. I don't know if you'd understand anything I'm saying. Create a custom event, call it do damage, and we're gonna create. Don't do what I'm doing right now. Actually, do a sphere trace for objects, not by channel, which I'm doing right now. I think, which I'm actually very used to doing this, so I might mess this up multiple times in the future, but I hope I don't. So copy everything I'm doing now, or do everything I'm doing now, and I'm gonna try and explain it as well as I can. But if I don't know what I'm doing right now, because I can't do it, I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest, then you guys probably, I can't explain it. So I did know what I was doing when I was recording it, but I kind of forgot. So I'm gonna quickly set that retargeting rig in the retarget manager, and we're gonna make sure that the preview asset's there. We're gonna quickly select the left hand or the right hand. I'll add some sockets. So the first one's gonna be weapon or something. Sword right, or sword hand, whatever. Also add another socket called weapon trace or something. Let me think. Whatever, I just named it. I can't see what that is. Damage trace, damage start. That's what it is. So we're gonna add that a little bit forward, because the sword start, like where the blade starts, is a little bit forward from the hand. It's not right on the hand, and that's where we're gonna start the trace anyway. So it doesn't really matter, because it's not gonna be exactly in the game anyway. But we're gonna add it just to make sure. We're also gonna copy that and paste it in the hand. You gotta paste it onto the hand so that it doesn't paste it like and not work. So yeah, when we're doing that, we're going to bring the end part, which we just pasted, and we're gonna name it to socket end. We're gonna place it where you think the sword probably ends. This is not a normal way to do it, and I know I probably shouldn't even be doing this myself, even though it's not even the way that I normally do it. But it's a way that a lot of people do it. So we're gonna get the socket location, I think it is, and that's the bottom one there, and we're gonna paste that into start, put that into start, and we're also gonna copy that from here, so that's the damage start or whatever. So we're gonna paste that in there too. Damage end, whatever that says. I think it's damage. If it's not damage, then just put that end, or you just kind of make sure it's the exact same as the one that you put in the skeleton, the socket. So I hope I don't have to pause this video here, but yeah. So we're gonna quickly go into this one again, and after we do that, since it's not really set up yet, it's not set up, but we'll just add this in here just to make sure, and we'll make the get timer or set timer by function name. We'll copy that name from the function, or the custom event. Actually, it's not a function, but it's considered a function for some reason. And we will make a handle. I don't know if this will actually work. I can't remember if it did. I don't think it did. So when we make the handle, we're going to put that into there, and put the other end into there. And I'm sorry if this is not good quality, but I'm trying to make the best quality I can. I just kind of messed up the video. So we'll set that to looping, and everything else in there is fine. We'll set that to 0.01 actually, not just 0.1, which I messed up last time. Also, we can't do that. Oh my bad, I forgot if I did that or not. So I'll just quickly remove all that. We'll remove that one. Remove. And remove. And we'll connect these back up. So, yeah. Now we'll set that to 0.01. Well, we should soon. Hopefully. You should. But I'm probably not going to yet. So, yeah. We'll copy most of this except for the set timer, because we're not setting the timer, we're clearing the timer. And there's no point in pasting that in there. So I'll just quickly get the owner and put that into the mesh or whatever it is. Mesh actor, I don't know what that was called. So anyway, we'll just quickly Just pause timer. Actually, no, what? No, we're not gonna pause the timer. We clear the timer. I messed this up, but I fix it later on. I mess a lot of things up in this tutorial. I hope I don't piss you off by messing so many things up. But yeah. So I'm gonna quickly check this other project, I think, for something. Check if I did it right. You know, it's clear timer, like I said before. That's why I messed it up. So we're gonna quickly clear the timer by function name, and we'll set like not by handle because the handle doesn't work if you remember. So do damage or whatever it is, or yeah, we'll put that into there. Make sure this one's not checked so that it doesn't go through, and it stops the animation thing. And I think we're gonna have to set the damage or notify. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go into here and actually add the animation notify. So we'll add the animation notify for the actual sword swing animate part of the animation. And I hope this video is almost over, but apparently we're only halfway, so I hope this isn't, I cut this a little bit, because this might take a little while to record, and I got dinner pretty soon. So here, we'll just add it over here as well, and over here. Okay, we'll bring that down a little bit so that we can set it up very better. And yeah. So now we'll go on to the next one. Paste that one in there. We'll also make a new notify track, and we'll bring that one down. Make sure it's almost exact so that we don't bring it down at an angle or something and make it not perfect. Also, in Unreal Engine 5, you can make the playback rate thing follow the camera or whatever it is. So yeah. So this is why this is what I meant by the I'm messing it up here a little bit. So when I did that, that's what I meant by when you do the sphere overlapped actors instead of sphere traced by channel. We gotta do sphere overlap actors, I think it is. Or sphere traced by actors or objects, or no, sphere traced for objects. But since it's hitting the floor, it doesn't quite work right. That's also, we gotta set that to 0.1 like I just did. But I messed this up, so it's gonna take me a little bit to fix this. Since it's still hitting the ground and it's not hitting any actors, yeah, we gotta edit that again. It's gonna take a little bit till I edit this, which is kind of annoying because I wanna go and do this again and make it faster, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to mess it up again, like for sure. Yeah. So anyway, I just got a message on my phone, so I'm pretty sure it's dinner time, but I'm not gonna go right now because it's pretty important. 0.01. Just don't change that to like whatever I changed it to there. Just keep it at 0.01. There. We'll go back to that one and we'll mess around for a little while, wasting freaking time. Sorry. Starting to get kind of annoyed at how much time I'm wasting on this video. When I should be making other videos. Now, don't actually do this. Don't copy this. I know you can't copy it because you don't have it. Just don't even put the delta seconds in. There's almost no point. It won't work. Nothing will get fixed anyway. So, yeah. That actually makes it worse because it makes it a second instead of it makes the delta seconds. I'm pretty sure the delta seconds is seconds, so it's pretty much setting that variable to a second instead of 0.01 seconds. So we're gonna quickly add a branch. But instead of doing that, we're going to quickly add a sphere trace for objects like I've been saying for the past 20 minutes. And obviously I'm going to mess it up and say multi-sphere trace because I always mess shit like that or stuff like that up. So we'll just quickly add that one in. Put that back in there, put that one back in there. I'm going to mess up the value again and I'll have to fix that in another video. So yeah. We'll set that value. I still messed it up though. I didn't get it exact, so make sure it's the exact same values you had before for the radius, whatever it is. We are also going to make array. I almost said make vector. It's not make vector, it's make array. And we're also going to break this. No, we don't need to do any of that. We're going to break the out hit. And we got to check if it's an enemy. Oops, I don't know what that is. So I get notifications from weird stuff sometimes that I don't subscribe to, so it's kind of annoying. Gotta remove those. Okay, so we're gonna have to set some stuff here. Yeah, actor has tag, which means that we're gonna have to set a tag in the enemy, which we haven't done yet, and I messed this up as well, and I don't promote it to a variable like I just messed up again. Branch. I said that's true. I'm gonna try and do this slower next time so that I don't mess it up so many times next video. But it might actually make the entire video faster because I don't make so many errors or problems that cause errors. So eventually we're going to be setting up the base damage to be like the sword damage plus the and like the player stats damage, so that the damage is pretty nice. And we're also going to set the damage causer to self. But I think I got to do a couple other things before I do that, so just a second. We're not going to be doing the weapon damage by weapon because we don't even have pickups yet, so there's no point. So we'll set that to self. And we will go into the actor, click edit, the enemy I mean. Yeah, it's easier just to click edit instead of like open it or something. Don't know. I think it's easier to click edit and find it manually. I also might just dock the Unreal Engine thing next video because it might make it a little bit easier. So we'll do any damage. I forgot what that was called. I'll also add a couple variables called health and max health, just so that we minus the health. But we won't be doing any death in this episode. That's just going to take too long, so we'll do that in another episode. We're covering a lot in this episode, so it's going to be a little bit long, but I'll try and make it shorter next time. If I can't make it shorter now that I'm voiceovering it. We're going to have to set the max health to the health, but I messed that part up again. We'll do this slower. Clean everything up. Also, I thought this was going to crash, but thank God it didn't. Unreal Engine 5 crashes a lot for me. I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but since my project's already on Unreal Engine 5, I can't really downgrade it, so I'm going to keep it at that. Sorry if you hear some background noise. I accidentally just smashed over some papers on my desk. I got a lot of school stuff. Okay, so we'll get the health and minus the health by the damage. But I messed this up here too, and fuck that up. Messed that up. So I accidentally did the damage minus the health, which is stupid. So I gotta do the health minus the damage, which is normal, because we minus the damage from the health. We don't take away the damage by the amount of health, which doesn't make any sense at all. So we'll set the health, whatever that came out as, and we'll set the health, the normal health, to like 100. We gotta set it to 100 because that's just like a default value. This is gonna be a base enemy class eventually, so yeah. We're also gonna create a custom event for like the attack animate or hit reaction animations, but I accidentally messed that up again. So we'll get a custom event. Call that hit reactions or whatever. Whatever we're gonna call it. You can call it something similar, or you can just call it something completely different. It's your choice. But I would call it something relevant, so yeah. Generally, I like to organize things now. I didn't before, but now I do a lot more. So I think it's just a habit. It's a good habit. You gotta get into that habit, by the way, guys. If you don't organize your stuff, eventually you'll forget to, and you just won't be able to do it eventually. You won't do it normally, and it'll just make, if you make a plugin eventually or something, it won't look good, because even the person using the plugin will have a hard time using it because you haven't commented everything, which I'm going to comment stuff later, but I don't really feel like it right now. I don't love commenting, at least. I do like organizing, just not quite commenting yet. So I'll do skeleton mesh is mesh. Obviously. We're also going to retarget a shit ton of hit animations. It's just going to take me 3 hours, which is not. it's actually going to take me like 5 minutes, which is too long for what it should be. So I might just speed that part up. So we'll just quickly add the attack, the random integer and range. I was about to say attack count, but there's no attacks. It's just random montages, because we don't quite have a bone system for hit reaction by bone, which we could do that eventually, but we're not going to do that right now. We also got a -1 for the length before we put it into the thing. I was pretty sure that'll work. Actually, you know what? It will work, because I was pretty sure when I was first trying it in this video, but the audio didn't work. So, but at the end of the video, I found out it did work. So, I know this works. So follow exactly like I did here, and we'll add a couple animation montages, and we'll find out that we don't actually have that animation for montages because I'm a complete nobody. I mean, oops. Yeah, I'm not a somebody. Oops. So we'll go to the animations, and we'll just quickly search up hit. We're gonna mess this up a little bit and waste 5 minutes of my time, and probably your time too. So we're gonna quickly check out that one. We're going to be using hit reaction 1 and hit reaction 2 from the katana, I think it is, and we're going to be using the knockback animation from the warrior. They're both pretty good, or they're all pretty good. We got to enable motion to try and talk as fast as I can, because I was talking very fast in the video, so that I don't, so make sure root motion is enabled for all of these, but I don't think it'll matter for some of them. Some of them doesn't really matter. So my voice is starting to give away now, so I hope this is really soon over. But it ends at 30 minutes right now, and it's like 26, so I'm pretty good. Or 27. So I'll just quickly no, don't retarget this. I'm an idiot. I'm being stupid. I'm gonna browse to the asset, obviously, because I'm stupid ass bitch. So yeah, we'll just browse to that one, and we'll find out that we can't retarget that one. I don't retarget that one either, because it's already retargeted, which I'm being stupid on. Okay, so we'll actually create an animation montage like we were supposed to do in the first place. Like we were supposed to do in the first place. So we'll browse to that asset, and I'm not going to get super lazy and stop the video the recording right now and trash it, but because I've been talking for an hour, and I don't want to lose that progress. So we'll rename these. Take me a while to rename them because I'm stupid as well. We'll also forget to put the M in, and we'll have to redo that too. Well, let's see, reaction 1 and reaction 2 pretty soon here. I don't even know where that went, but yeah. So hit 1, we'll also forget to put the M on that one, and then we'll remember in a few seconds, and we'll waste some more of my time for dinner. I think dinner's already over. So, we'll just quickly rename those to M now. I'm gonna make another one of these tomorrow, probably. I might export this one today, but I hope I do, because I've been postponing these videos for so long. I'm sorry. I've also been working on my other project. Okay, so we'll just mess around for more time and waste my time again. And we'll look around. Then we'll just browse to it in the end. So yeah, we'll copy that one, we'll rename it, and that's all. So now we're going to go back into here, and we're going to make those montages and put them into there. So hit 1, hit 2, and knock back. Save all. Make sure we all save it all so that we don't lose our progress, which is really important. And I'm going to go up to this guy, hit him, and nothing happens. Because I'm in the idiot again. So I forgot to actually add the tag, which I'm lucky about that's the only issue. But that's pretty much the only issue. So I'm going to forget to do this again. Yeah, here. Now I remember. So I'll just quickly copy that, and we'll add the tag into the class defaults and search up tag. And we'll add the tag into there, as the tags tab. Or tags thing, drop down. So then we'll just make sure that's all okay. Go back to the play menu. We'll attack him, and he'll be knocking back and playing random attack animations, which is kind of awesome. So that's pretty much what we got for this episode. I think it looks pretty good. Other than that, please like and subscribe. I got a Patreon right now, but it doesn't work, so don't check it out. It's just gonna waste your money probably. I don't know how it works, so I'm not gonna try messing with it. So yeah, have a good day, everybody, and yeah, bye.